Hey, folks, appreciate you jumping on. We're just waiting for the folks to jump in here. Yeah, you're right. Um, yeah, Indiana national champs in football, and Sam Darnold starting quarterback of the Super Bowl. So weird, but here we are. Is anybody going to be brave enough to bet on the Patriots? I'm curious to see how high the line goes. I think it'll still be a good game. I mean, not always, but generally, they've been close. Yeah, I agree. Weird times. And everybody's stuck at home today. Hopefully, everybody's good with the weather.
Jeff, appreciate you guys. One of these times, Jeff, we will get you that zone. Ben, appreciate you. We'll raid into Rich's stream.
All right, looks like folks are jumping over here. All right, awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm not quite sure. There's something going on with the pre-bids. Hey, Steve, good to see you. And I think if you guys have anything, I was trying to read the Discord on the pre-bids. So I think you might want to not bid your max bid, or if you do, it will show, is what I understand. So if that's not accurate, let me know. So you may want to do your max a little bit lower in the interim. The district team's working through that. But that being said, hopefully it doesn't cause an issue for us, and we'll get started. Appreciate you guys jumping in. A lot of you I have seen before, so thank you for coming back. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Quick plug, there is a good college basketball game that I'll be watching as I watch the other guys later here tonight. Actually, there's a game on now, Duke and Louisville. I didn't check in on that one. There we go. $1 at a time. That'll work. So let me read what it says there. It will be the starting bid. Okay, so seems like max bid is actually the real bid at the moment. So just keep that in mind as we kind of work through that here tonight. One quick thing, I did change shipping. I'm sure everybody saw the post office went up, so I think I was at $4.25. I just went to $4.99, which covers hopefully it's a little bit under the postage, and then just a quarter each one. So just FYI there. Try to change the host notes, and I think we're ready to rock. So again, appreciate you guys jumping in, and we'll dive right in. So had some fun stuff in here tonight. Nothing, I don't think, super crazy, but try to keep it topical. So more football than usual, as we're all embedded in that, and waiting on the Super Bowl. Yeah, so Perry's got a good explanation there. Okay, so let's get started. Let me jump in. And as was being said, we have a Super Bowl quarterback named, just like we all expected when he got drafted by the Jets. I think I had a pretty sweet auto of him with the Jets, maybe, but I might have sold last year. Maybe I should have kept it. I don't know. But yeah, Super Bowl quarterback Sam Darnold. That one's live. A couple nice cards from this year from Phoenix, and his signing day, I think, from the Seahawks. Mosaic notoriety. So a couple cards to get you in the Super Bowl spirit. There we go. Go Seahawks. I concur with that statement, but I'm just hoping for a good game mostly. All right, very nice. Tim, you got a Super Bowl starting quarterback. Can't beat that. The other one, maybe a little more known, or have a little more, perhaps, hope for the future. Hasn't played super well in the playoffs so far, but that could change. And so we will see if you guys would like a Drake May. This is the Phoenix base card. Niners fan, so go Pats. Yeah, I don't have a strong feeling either way, to be honest. Like I said, I'm hoping for a good game, and yeah, we'll see where that goes. All right, very nice. I bet you have a few Mays, and you need some more for sure. So congrats on that one. All right, so we also were chatting about this guy, Mr. Mendoza. He won the Natty and will be an Oakland Raider, it seems like, very soon. So this is a base, but first Bowman from a national champ. Yeah, it's Drake May season for you. Have to get some good ones. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Not that the Chiefs aren't in. That other folks would feel that way. So, you know, I'm just gonna enjoy watching this year. Yeah, he's gonna be a Raider. All right, very nice pick up there. I don't know what kind of a pro he'll be. I mean, it's hard to say. But man, that run was sweet when he went into the end zone. I was like, well, that's a winning play. I had we did a little, just our family did a pool, and my son won. He actually picked Miami to make it to the championship and Indiana to win. So he won, and the four of us, I finished last. So that tells you what I know about sports, even though I like to think I do know a little bit. I did not win. All right, so this is a silver. My lighting is a little dark tonight, so can't see, but it is shiny. Just a silver Nolan Ryan. Yeah, we're going to see if Brady is more Michael Jordan when it comes to owning a team. So congrats, Ben, on the Nolan Ryan. Nice and shiny. We'll see if Brady is more, let's see, Michael Jordan, John Elway. John Elway had a few moments, but then he fell off. Who's been a good owner? Usually the stars don't make the best guys because nobody's as good as them. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't mind the Raiders not being good. All right, new Hall of Famer announcement this week. As a fan, I was enjoying some of the Carlos Beltran chat. He's been gone from KC a long time, but it was kind of fun to see some highlights. So this is Andrew Joe's, not numbered, but it's the Prismatic or Prism Hall of Fame. Or, I mean, he is a Hall of Famer now. Prism from Platinum Anniversary. I need to go back. I meant to go through. I like to go back through the cards. A lot of the guys started after I collected in high school, so I don't have congrats Spitz on that one. I don't even have cards from when I was growing up. So now, you know, it's kind of weird. I guess I'm that old that guys start their careers after I collected. But I think I might have some Andrew Jones. I got to go back and see if I've got some rookies. I probably have some Beltrons, but the Royals are in pages. And I have no idea. The pages are in one of a tub somewhere. So I was picking up some Beltron cards. All right, so we'll go from Hall of Famer to a guy who's not in the bigs yet, but I hear could be this year. Max Clark. This is a nice looking card, a Bowman's Best. What is that? The Masterpiece. So we'll run that one. One of the Tigers. I know he was in the top 10 because I saw him. I took a quick glance at the top 100. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but the Raiders always do interesting things. All right. Congrats, Fitz, on that. Nice pickup. The Raiders like to make it interesting and not always logical. I blame Mark Davis's haircut, but that's just me. All right, and this guy just re-signed with the Yankees. This is looks like maybe 21. I could have called this stream traded because I did grab some guys who, obviously he had moved on last year, but Bellinger now with the Yankees and re-signed, I think last week with the Yankees. So got some guys with the old uniform and new team. A lot of movement this year. Guess that's always true in baseball. Hot stove. All right, congrats on that one. Furtman getting his Yankees. All right. Well, let's do that other guy. So funny enough, I picked one of these up last week, and I accidentally grabbed two, apparently, on eBay. So I said, you know what? We'll bring it here. I like this one, Upper Deck, man. They used to make some nice stuff. Still do, I guess, for hockey, but I wish they still had baseball license. So this is a rookie, 1999, Carlos Beltran, now a Hall of Famer. We'll see if he goes in as a Royal, a Met, or no team. One of those. All right, congrats, Tim, on that one for the newly minted Hall of Famer. So we got Beltran, we got Andrew Jones, and Jeff Kent, but no Bonds. Jeff Kent, Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds not. Seems odd, but here we are. All right, let's see where we go next. Let's do this guy. I love these, and I actually got an extra one, and I think I got another break and ended up getting a few more Bobby Witts. I got an extra one, I think I was telling that on the last stream, just so I could bend one over. Well, that didn't come out right, but bend the card and make it pop up. So feel free to do that if you win. Yeah, I didn't mean to. That didn't come out right. Sometimes you're like, whoa, hello, just making sure folks are awake. So here we are. Yeah, thanks. Trying to, get some stuff that's kind of current. Yeah, I'm not even sure where to go with it after saying that. But the pop-up card, you do fold it over, we'll say, not bend it over. But if you want to bend it over, I'm not going to judge. I'm not here to judge. Yeah, I did that for the wit. Congrats on that one. Because I just love that card. I just think they're so much fun. And I got to show you guys this because I couldn't resist. This was my big holiday purchase. I got it. It took, you should definitely bend it over. I got that one. It took a while to get here. It came from China. So I think I ordered it like a week before Christmas, and it took like a month. Not quite a month, but yeah, that one. I'm not going to bend that one over. I'm going to kind of leave that one the way it is. It does. It has they do have like the same thing on there. So if I really wanted to, but I paid a little more for that one, than the base. So I'm not going to do that for that one, I don't think. All right, let's see what else we got. Nope, nobody wanted that one. Not shocked. Okay, let's go with another guy. I love these cards, and I've graded a few of them. I did not look at this one to see if it was gradable, but I have graded a few and sold a few slabs, and I think I kept one. But I love the Mojo rookie for Ellie. Oh my God. There we go. We're starting this stream off hot tonight. All right, I will check the DM. Wow, wowzers. All right, that's a nice one. Good pickup. $2 for an Ellie rookie. That might be the quote of the night. And I didn't mention earlier, but we do have two guys after me here. Yeah, so we're going to be going for a couple more hours. So if you guys are snowed in, lots of great cards out there. Baseball Cadre, Steve's got it out there. Emart is up after that. So make sure you guys look at those. And, there's lots of stuff out there. So, okay, got it. All right, great. MVB After Dark. It is after dark. Maybe not as late as some of those comments normally start, but I started on accident. I will fully admit, but it was an accident. But stuff happens. All right, so let's go with this guy. Not traded either, but signed. I was going through an old box, and there was some nice cards in there. This was one of them. A Bo Bichette Chrome Pink update pro debut, or not pro debut, rookie debut. So it's got the debut he had. So I had to double check, and I like that, Emart. I think our last one was on the holiday break. So I was having a drink, not tonight, back to work. Not feeling it tonight, but Emart, you totally should. All right, Palm Beach, nice pickup of a Bichette rookie. I had to wrap my brain that he is now met. So hopefully we'll get there. All right, so I recently opened a box of 22 Mosaic baseball, kind of hunting Bobby Witt autos or Julio autos. And the 22 class was loaded. So I bought a lot at the time. So this has got Spencer Strider. It's got Julio. It's got your World Series MVP 1 year. I think it was that year. Pena. And then there was three there. And then there's Witt, rookie. And then a base Seiya, Suzuki. And then two nice Seiyas, the Mosaic. Let's see, what is that? Capital Gains insert and a silver. So a bunch of rookies in the 22. I struck out. I got a bunch of pitcher and Curtis Terry autos in my box, but got some of these rookies, and that one's now live. Yeah, Julio was super hot, and then in the hobby, and feels like his sophomore year he had a little bit down, but man, he had a good year last year. So I think you're right. I think he's gonna move it on up. Yeah, he did. Really good playoffs. All right, congrats. Very nice little lot there of some guys who still have a lot of upside early in their career. All right, who else we got here? This is a fun one. Anytime you got some Expos, you got to throw Expos in. So this one, Andres Galarraga for the Expos. And that one's now live. A patch from Select. I haven't heard much about Montreal and the team for a while. I think there was a hot and heavy moment there where the Rays were talking Montreal. So congrats, Emart, on that. And he was a Rocky too. So I'm guessing there's some tie-in there. All right. So these, I believe, came from Midwest Box Breaks. Got a couple Wits. This is brand new-ish. I guess Cosmic's only a couple weeks old. So we got Lightspeed and Extraterrestrial. So a couple nice inserts. 2025 Bobby Witts. I got a couple of each, so I brought them here. I love Cosmic. I felt like this year there was not a lot of... It was too much to get a box for me, but I did get in a break, and a little bit harder to hit some cards, it felt like. All right, so let's see what else we got going on here. All right, let's jump back to. Always got a lot of Yankees. This one I think came from the National, which I have never been, but I always try to get some of the packs. This is a Panini pack. It says Case Breakers. I think that's in some kind of pack. I don't even know what year. What year was it? 2024. Donnie Baseball, numbered to 199. So not licensed, but always good to have a numbered Mattingly. And Furtman, no shock. Bid on that one. And got a Royals fan. Getting the Whitlock, love to see it. I think it's about February 1st, and the Super Bowl coming up, and it's like I start thinking more about baseball season. So excited for it to come. I think we're I know we are headed to Atlanta to watch opening day for spring break. So the kids have spring break, and the Royals open in Atlanta. My wife grew up a Braves fan, so it's kind of a 2-for-1 special. The tickets were quite expensive though, so we have flights and hotels, but I don't have tickets to the game. We'll have to figure that out as we get closer, because they were quite pricey to get in on opening day, which I get. All right, so Mariano Rivera. This one it's Crusade. One of them's numbered to 99, so some more Yankees, and the other one's just a silver, pretty looking card. So 2 Yankees, and that one's live. So my kids, their spring break is really late this year. It's the end of March. Yes, 2 weeks till Series 1. Cags. I'm a little nervous about Cags, Hopefully he bounces back this year. I am excited to get some cards, no doubt, but hope he has a much better season than last year. So, all right, congrats on that one, on the Marianos. Yeah, there's a lot of dudes. Ben probably, I'm sure that I haven't looked at the checklist. Cags is definitely in there. But there's a lot of guys, I think, in Series 1. I don't know who they held back for Series 2, but that should be fun. Should be a lot of fun. I feel like there's a little bit of a lull right now with cards being released. I did see, though, I think I saw Chrome Platinums randomly going to show up from last year in Stadium Club. So that's always fun. I love Stadium Club. All right, so these are from the Target Blasters. I think they came out last year. They're Caitlin Clark in her Iowa gear. They're nice looking cards, like a red foil, like a Target. And that one's live. Yeah, that one's got the COVID. We'll never forget, because it's been put on there. It is a good time to buy singles, no doubt. All right, congrats on that. COVID permanently emblazed on a trading card. There was a lot of football cards that year that had those. All right, this one's fun. Oh wow, I didn't look at it. I looked at it just for fun now. So this one is actually game used, which I wouldn't have guessed, being that it's not non-licensed. But Bernie Williams guaranteed game use patch from Panini, and it's got the what is that? They have so many parallels. Is that the oh man, what is that one? The Flash, I think. Prism. I don't think it's not numbered, but like I said, game used, and a nice looking card of. I don't think Bernie's in the Hall of Fame, but Definitely one of the Hall of Very Good. All right, nice pickup. Congrats on that one. Yeah, the Royals actually are doing their I forgot about that. This Saturday, they're doing their kind of open house gig. So the family's going to go to that on Saturday morning. It's like a 2-hour window. So that's where I'll spend Saturday morning, hoping that there's no new weather coming our way this weekend. That'll really get me ready for baseball. All right. Topps 206. So Ellie again, just the base version, but I love these little guys. And Ellie is now live. Yeah, the first year they did the open house, it was like season ticket holders, and they when you got to go in the locker room, and I don't think we paid a whole lot for it, and it was awesome because Bobby Witt was in there, Vinny Pasquantino, like a lot of the guys you want to see. And then the next year, the Royals had 2 packages. One was a base package, and you get guys that are not really starters and stuff like that. And then there's like $150 ticket to go to the locker room. So that was the end of that, but it was fun. The one year we got to do it. And the kids kind of like anybody. So it's fun to see guys. All right. We got another Drake May. This one's the holiday one. So this one would have came in the absolute, like the advent calendars. So it's not a short print, but it's, less common than the just the general absolute. So kind of a fun one, and a color match because it's blue and red and white. It says bidders should be fixed now if they close the app and reopen. So you should be able to come in now and set your max bidder to do that for the later streams tonight. So encourage folks to do that. All right, nice pickup. A nice one there on Mr. May. Might be more valuable in a couple weeks. We shall see. All right, thanks, Ben. I just tried to say that. You may have said it better. So thank you for jumping in there, especially for the later streams coming up. Make sure you close out and jump back in, and should be good to go. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, this guy, for obvious reasons, had his hobby interest wane, and we'll see if it comes back. I think I bought this one at the LCS. Wasn't really collecting in 2018, but was excited to get this at the time, and we'll see where he ends up. But kind of I think this might be the one that it looks like he might have been in a White Sox uniform, and they changed it over. Yeah, so we'll see with Tatis. All right, nice pickup. Still a good player, and we'll see how that works out for everybody. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Oh, this is a fun one. Let's do this guy. So this was me going back again from some old boxes, and in 2020, I got a lot of Prism draft picks. It's cheaper than Bowman, and so I got some. So from 2020 Prism draft picks. Hey, Greg. Good evening. Welcome. We got Spencer Strider, and I think all these have some kind of parallel. None of them are numbered, but they're all like the retail parallel. So it's got I don't know. I'm not going to try to guess all of the parallels, but we got Mick Abel, a green something disco, Mason Wynn, I don't know, a red or purple something, Alex Burleson, got a couple silvers. It's always fun to look back and see who made it and who didn't. The Pete Crow Armstrong's not a prism, just the base, but kind of fun to see these guys. And then this guy was an all-star, Westberg for the Orioles. So a bunch of they were draft picks, so they weren't like unknown, but before they made it, and they've all made it to the show now. So fun little lot. I think it was 6 or 7 cards. There. Yeah, I saw today. I don't keep up much on the video games. We get them some years. My son likes playing it. But I saw they were being coy with who was on the cover. This year, I think there were 3 players on it last year. And so maybe one of the 3 is going to be on there. They said there was no new cover athlete. So being a little tricky. All right, nice pickup. Hope you enjoy those. All right, let's see what else we got here. And we're doing good on time. So I think we're going to be right in line, which is great. Hope you guys appreciate you jumping in again. Hope you're having some fun and have some fun with the guys after me. They got some sweet stuff. Skeens. Skeens was one of them for sure. And Judge Notani would make sense. Yeah. So, yeah, I think one of those 3 will be the cover athlete. All right. So this guy is doing pretty well in the NBA. I need to check the rookie ladder again. I don't watch much NBA. Not having a team, but I know Knippel is doing quite well. This is a non-numbered, but a Shimmer Prism. It's from last year. Bowman's Best, Duke, and now Charlotte Hornet. Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be fun to listen to. All right, congrats on that one. Nice pickup. Didn't get any Knippel in my Sapphire box. Oh, wait, just kidding. I don't think I've won an EQL. I did see, I think today, that some of the 101 for Cooper Flag was pulled auto. Whoever got that will have a pretty nice payday coming their way. All right, Churio Select out of 99. This is out of the new Select. So 2025, I believe, but released in early 26, and Jackson Churio. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So Posey will be back in it. So they have like a... All right, Furtman, congrats on that one. Nice pickup. Numbered Cheerios are always good. All right, let's see what else we got. We got more Yankees. Lombard. This is Crusade. I know they're not licensed and so not like super valuable, but I think I really like the look of them. The Crusade This one's George Lombard, $199. They got some decent looking stuff. I got some Bobby Witts out of it. I don't discriminate when it comes to buying Bobby Witts, licensed or unlicensed. Congrats on that one. All right. Here's some more. One of these came out of, I think a couple things I ripped recently. So I did open one select box. And so I like, I mean, they're not as good as like a Topps one, obviously, but, you know, select is so good in football and basketball. So a silver Judge, this is from 22, an insert Judge, and then I threw in a base Judge from 25 as well. So good looking cards, not licensed, obviously. And that one's live. So did anybody have to go into the office today? My wife did. My kids were home. I worked from home, which is just normal. So, all right, congrats on that one. Appreciate it. Okay, let's see who we got left. This guy, a rookie from one of the top receivers in the NFL, and now he's Super Bowl bound. And JSN, this is from Illusions, the Funkadelic rookie, which was 23. So interesting. CJ Stroud's fallen off. I guess JSN maybe is the chase in 2023. Yeah. No snow in South Florida. Yeah, I get that. I remember going down there to the congrats on that one. Nice pickup, JSN rookie. So I bet, yeah, I saw Florida. I have a buddy who lives down there, and they were like the only part of the country that was above freezing. So congrats to you on a good life choice this week. All right, let's see what else we got in here. All right, let's see if we got a Mets fan. I got a Luis Robert, numbered to 299, I think it is. Bowman's Best. And so that's one of my traded cards in here this evening. New team. 13 inches of snow and ice. Yeah, I think we got like 5. We didn't get a ton, but enough. 22 to 24. Yeah, I think I saw your post about shoveling. Oh my goodness, that's too much snow. That's just too much. I'm glad you have power so you can stream tonight. All right, let's see. 4 hours. Good grief. Well, there's your exercise for the week. And a snowblower involved or no? Because that's a lot. Yeah. Either way, it's a lot. But without a snowblower, yeah, that's be careful. Oh my goodness. I don't know that I can make it through that, to be honest, anymore. That's a lot. Kudos to you. All right. This guy, stud. This is a Ginter rookie for Nick Kurtz. Ready to see what he does his sophomore season. Yeah, that's not fun, Ben. That is not fun. And 3 inches in Texas is a lot of snow. All right, congrats on that one. It's always a challenge to be somewhere that's not as used to the snow. All right, I was posting things yesterday and trying to see who's gonna make the Super Bowl. So Puka got posted. He didn't quite make it, but still cool looking Puka Nacua. Oh, that is good. Yeah. Everyone working through the pain together, I guess. All right, congrats on that one. Okay, we're getting down to some of the last ones here. Just checking to make sure everything with previds gets run. The Jared verse somebody bid on. I'll put it up. I don't have it here. It must be in the other room, so I will grab it, but I can't show it at the moment. But hey, he is a beast too. Not quite Super Bowl beast this year, but maybe next year. All right, congrats on that one. And let's see. This one's a nice card. The guy got hurt. Blue Scope. I love these. I think they're awesome. And I got a couple out of some blaster rips. So brought one here. Travis Hunter, end of the season injured. Last year's Heisman Trophy winner. So we'll see if he bounces back next year. Can't remember which part he got injured. Did he have an Achilles or an ACL maybe? I think maybe it was a knee. Anyways, he'll be back next year. All right, congrats on that one. All right. This guy dominated at the Yankees AAA stadium. And I found it last night when I was going through a box. I had a couple of them. Caminero, First Bowman Mojo. So it came from a mega box. I love the Mojos. He hit 40 homers last year or near it. A few of those were probably doing the park, but still an impressive young hitter. Very nice pickup. All right. Let's go to the other Duke guy. We got the base card from Topps, Cooper Flag. And this one, Go Time. A nice insert. I think it's from Chrome. Yeah, Topps Chrome. So 2 rookies from Cooper Flag. And that one's live. I think it was Furtman who got a image variation on the Topps now. Yeah, I like Caminero a lot. He's a good player. A lot of upside. All right, Colson Montgomery debuted last year, so he should be maybe in Series 1 or 2. I'm not sure which, but he had a pretty impressive start too. A lot better start than Kags, but hopefully this year they both do well. Amongst many others too. All All right, congrats on that one. Nice shiny auto. All right, and this guy from Rickwood Field, the Willie Mays Rickwood Field card. If you want to see what the base looks like, I did put a picture on there. So there are parallels possible. I think image variation and numbered versions of this guy. The Say Hey Kid. All right, congrats on that one. And we got the best player in baseball. Was he number 1? I know Witt was 3. It's got to be Shohei 1, and I assume Judge 2. But Cosmic, always a pretty card, and that one's live. Shohei into the Cosmics. Again, appreciate you guys jumping in. Make sure you stick around for 2 more streams tonight. Baseball Cadres up next, and then eMart. They got some cool stuff. I got the Royals pack in eMart, so excited to see what is in store there. Congrats on the Shohei. Couple more left. Yeah, they are. Now, I'm about done. I only have a couple left. Are you ready to rock if we get done a little bit early? Otherwise, I can find some other stuff. But I think I only got a couple left. So no worry. Okay, cool. All right. So got a couple left here. A couple of Hall of Famers. A couple very different cards. So this one is 1966, Don Drysdale. I know vintage graders are like really, I don't know, they know their grades. This to me looks like a super clean card. I got it out of Burrell's Vintage Breaks. I have a Drysdale somewhere in my Hall of Fame collection, so I figured it would be a fun one to bring here. And it's, like I said, I'm not a grading expert, but nice clean one from a Hall of Famer for the Dodgers before they had a $300 billion payroll or whatever it is. Also, a quick plug on vintage. Card Warehouse Joe in District put out, congrats on that one. Nice pickup. Put out, I think it was a whole 61 set. I went in and bought, I think, all the Kansas City A's and some of the other guys I just found interesting. There's a ton of Hall of Famers in that 61 set. So if anybody collects Hall of Famers, there's some super cool cards that he has in District. If you get a chance to take a look, I highly recommend it. All right, and then this guy. So this guy, Satchel Paige. So in this one is an art card. There's a guy on the back there, not fully advertising for him, but he's a good follow on Instagram. Cigar Box Cards. I'm not a big art card guy at all, but he is really good. He does a lot of Kansas City stuff. He builds displays, like real fancy displays. He has some Fenway stuff. He's done Wrigley. He's done Royals. So this card I just thought was awesome. So I got one for myself, and I got another one to see if you guys liked it. So Satchel Paige, T205 style. Never seen anything like it. This is like a card that never was, that should have been, because it's freaking sweet. And I guess it technically couldn't have been, because Satchel Paige, he wasn't pitching in 1910. Yeah, he is. So you are familiar with him. He is. So again, I'm not advertising for the guy, but I don't know him. But I bought a lot of cards from him. cool stuff. Congrats on that. Love it. And hope you enjoy it. Okay. Well, I think that is my pre-bids. So if you want to jump on, we can hop over. Oh, nice. Yeah, there was, he did a bunch the last couple weeks. And so I got several. He had Monarchs and A's, and I tried to get the Kansas City stuff. So, yeah, it was good. It's good stuff. All right. So yeah, just let me know when you're ready to rock, and I've got a few cards here. We'll see if anybody's interested in. Let me create a few listings, and when you're ready, we can hop over. Let's see. I got a couple fun ones that I didn't end up putting in there. This is he is also a top 10 prospect. So Jesus made first Mojo Bowman, and we'll run it while we're waiting to jump over. Oh, I'm just kind of going spitballing here. So when you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get that up there and see if you guys want that one. So I think he's top 5. My lighting is not great tonight. But it's the Mojo. Too much light or not enough light? Anyways, it's a heck of a card. All right, sweet. Congrats. That's a nice pickup. Yeah. There you go. All right. And let's see. There's a Beltron, Mets Uni, Bomb Squad. I don't think that one's numbered. New Hall of Famer. We'll see if anybody's interested in that one. Let's see here. Again, appreciate you guys hopping in. Hope everybody gets to dig out soon, if you are digging out, and has a good week. Make sure you jump on both streams tonight that are still upcoming. You got 2 more hours of MBB Monday Madness yet to come. All right, sounds good. Yeah, we got just a few more minutes. We'll try a few things here. All right, so this one, another one, we'll just let it rip, see what happens. Skeens Topps Black Gold rookie. I have no idea what the current market is for that card. I feel like the black gold are undervalued. But this one's a rookie of Skeens. So pretty sweet. And we'll see if anybody wants a Skeens. I hear he might be good. I don't think my picture took, but you're bidding on maybe. Nope, that didn't work. Here we go. Try again. All right, that one's up now. So Skeens Topps Black Gold rookie. Nice card. All right. What a nice pickup there. Enjoy that one. Dogs are going crazy. Let's see. This one didn't get pre-beds, but came out of a mega. Noah Cameron. Really love this guy. I'm glad the Royals, of course, the offseason's not over, but I don't want him to trade him. Came up, not the super most high prospect, but just had he was Topps named him Rookie Cup, which I was pumped about, and had a heck of a rookie year. So excited about him. Okay, perfect. Sounds good. All right, nobody on that one. Let's see what else we got over here. All right, who feels like how much? What's this numbered out of? Numbered out of 279. Not bad. Cam Ward, Panini Instant. And let me build that one real quick. Let's see. So who got the Tennessee job? It was the Jets' old coach, Saleh. Not an offensive dude. Be curious to see who they get for offensive coordinator. I think Ward's still got potential. Obviously, he's only played a year. But it'll be interesting to see who they get. All right, Cam Ward, rookie card, Panini Instant. Number 1 pick from last year. All right, nice one. You got some good pickups tonight. We'll get those out to you in the next day or two. Let me see here. I think he might be ready. Maybe we'll run one more. Let's see what we got here. All right, how about this one? Just for fun, I got an Olympic box. Olympics are coming up in a couple weeks. This is Moguls, a skier. Team USA Memorial Patch. Jalen Koff. So, I really enjoyed the Summer Olympics cards. But I think I just like the Summer Olympics better. I like the Winter Olympics too. I just don't know as many folks. But it was kind of fun. I saw some people get some really good ones. I didn't get anything like Lindsey Vonn and some of those folks that are really popular. So I may have to get some more as the Olympics come. All right, USA patch. We'll just go with that. And see if anybody wants that. And get yourself ready for the Olympics. And there it is. All right. So that's live. Appreciate you guys jumping in. I'm going to get you off and over to the next 2 streams. Really appreciate you guys hopping in and hope you had some fun. I always have fun chatting about sports and looking at cards. So hope you enjoyed it and appreciate it. And you guys have a good night and a good week. All right. Thanks a lot. Take care. All right. Well, now it's giving me... Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll see you guys on the other side.